Welcome back today. We're diving into the fascinating world of numismatics. Today we're exploring a topic that excites collectors and investors. Alike the top 6 most valuable quarter-dollar old coins on the market right now, from unique errors to rare mintage. These USA are highly sought after and can command impressive sums. Today we have a special treat for you, a rare come in the world of United States of America. We're talking about that 5 quarter-dollar United States of America old coins. This video will give you all the essential details, including its value, design elements, and minting information. Let's get started. Today's deep dive into the world of numismatics. In this video we'll explore the history, value, the 1997 Liberty quarter dollar from the United States of America. Whether you're a collector or simply curious about coins, stick around as we break down everything you need to know about this iconic piece. The 1997 quarter dollar, also known as the Washington quarter, holds a special place in the world of American currency. This coin, which features George Washington on its obverse, has been a staple in American wallets since it was first issued in 1932. Today, we'll be focusing on the 1997 edition, a classic pre-statehood quarter. Let's begin with the obverse, or front side, of the 1997 Liberty quarter. Here, you'll see the familiar bust of George Washington, designed by John Flanagan. Above Washington's head, the word Liberty is proudly displayed, while below him, the mint year, 1997, is clearly visible. To the left, you'll find the phrase, "In God We Trust," which has been part of the coin's design since its inception. On the reverse, we see a heraldic eagle with outstretched wings, gripping a bundle of arrows with its talons. Beneath the eagle is a sprig of olive branches, symbolizing peace. Surrounding the eagle, you'll find the inscriptions, United States of America, and E pluribus unum, which means, out of many one. The denomination, quarter dollar, is inscribed at the bottom. Now, let's talk about the technical details. The 1997 quarter dollar weighs 5.67 grams and has a diameter of 24.26 millimeters. Like many quarters from the 1965 present era, it's made of a clad composition of copper and nickel. Specifically, it consists of a pure copper core sandwiched between 2 layers of copper-nickel alloy, which gives it its silver color. This composition makes the coin highly resistant to corrosion. The 1997 quarter was minted at an interesting time in U.S. history. It was part of the last wave of Washington quarters produced before the state quarters program began in 1999, which introduced 50 different designs representing each state. Before this shift, the Washington quarter had maintained the same design since 1932, except for minor adjustments over the years. Now, let's look at mint marks. The 1997 quarter was minted in 3 locations: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. Coins minted in Philadelphia bear no mint mark, while those from Denver have a small D-mint mark. San Francisco quarters, which were primarily produced for proof sets, have an S mint mark. So, how much is the 1997 quarter worth today? In circulated condition, most 1997 quarters are worth their face value, just 25 cents. However, uncirculated and proof versions of the coin can command higher prices. An uncirculated quarter with a high mint state, MS, grade, particularly MS 65 or higher, could be worth between $1 to $10, depending on the quality. Proof quarters from San Francisco can be worth anywhere from $5 to $20 or more, depending on the condition. In conclusion, the 1997 Liberty quarter dollar represents an era of American coinage just before the explosion of the 50-state quarters program. Its value may not be astronomical, but its place in USA history makes it a must-have for collectors of modern American coins. Whether you're hunting for uncirculated examples or simply appreciate the design, the 1997 quarter has a story to tell.
Second,
Today, we'll be taking a closer look at an important coin in USA history, the 1994 Liberty quarter dollar. This coin may seem common, but there's a lot more to it than meets the eye. By the end of this video, you'll have a solid understanding of its history, value, weight, and other unique details. Stay tuned. The United States quarter dollar, also known as the Washington quarter, has been in circulation since 1932. Initially designed to commemorate George Washington's 200th birthday, the Washington quarter soon became a permanent addition to U.S. coinage. The 1994 quarter belongs to the copper-nickel-clad composition era, where the outer layers are made of a copper-nickel alloy, and the core consists of pure copper. The obverse front of the 1994 quarter features a portrait of George Washington, the first President of the United States, designed by John Flanagan. This design has been in use since the introduction of the coin in 1932, and Washington's stern yet thoughtful gaze makes it an iconic image in American numismatics. The word liberty is boldly displayed above Washington's head, reminding us of the principles the country was founded upon. Beneath his portrait, you'll find the minting year 1994, and to the left, the U.S. national motto, "In God We Trust." On the reverse, back, side, we have the familiar bald eagle design. This symbol of American strength and freedom has graced the reverse of the quarter since 1932, except for special commemorative designs. The eagle is depicted with outstretched wings, perched on a bundle of arrows with 2 olive branches underneath, symbolizing both war and peace. The top reads United States of America, and just below it, you'll find the coin's denomination, quarter dollar. Between these inscriptions is the American motto, E pluribus unum, meaning, out of many, one. Weight. The coin weighs approximately 5.67 grams, in line with the modern quarter's weight since the switch from silver to clad coinage in 1965. Diameter. It has a standard diameter of 24.26 millimeters, 0.955 inches. Thickness. The thickness is about 1.75 millimeters, making it relatively easy to handle and exchange. Edge. The edge of the coin is reeded, a common feature of U.S. quarters, which adds a tactile element and helps deter counterfeiting. The coin is made of 75% copper and 25% nickel, with a copper core. This composition ensures its durability in circulation while providing a slight silvery sheen. The 1994 quarter was minted in several locations, and the mint mark can be found just behind George Washington's neck on the obverse side. There are 3 main mint marks for this coin. These are generally worth around 25 cents, although some in extremely fine condition can fetch slightly higher prices, perhaps 50 cents to $1. If the coin is in mint state condition, its value can range from $5 to $10, depending on its quality and grading. The 1994 Liberty Quarter is a staple in coin collections, particularly for those building a full set of modern Washington quarters. Its relatively high mintage makes it easy to acquire, but high-quality uncirculated or proof versions add value and desirability for collectors.
Third.
Today's video, we'll take a closer look at the 1985 Liberty Quarter Dollar from the United States of America. This old coin carries a rich history and some intriguing details. We'll explore its design, value, weight, and what makes it a fascinating piece for collectors. Let's dive in. The 1985 Liberty Quarter Dollar is part of the Washington Quarter series, which has been in circulation since 1932. The coin commemorates the first U.S. President, George Washington, on the obverse side. This specific coin, from 1985, was minted during the time when the design remained unchanged since the series' beginning, emphasizing its place as a collectible in modern times. On the obverse, you'll find a bold portrait of George Washington, facing left. The word liberty is inscribed above his head, a tribute to the nation's ideals. Below Washington's chin, you'll see the mint year, 1985. The phrase, "In God We Trust," is positioned to the left, reinforcing America's values. The reverse of the coin features an eagle with outstretched wings, perched on a bundle of arrows. This is a classic symbol of strength and readiness to defend the nation. Above the eagle's head is the inscription, United States of America. The denomination, quarter dollar, is clearly marked at the bottom. Weight. The 1985 quarter weighs 5.67 grams. Like many other quarters minted from 1965 onward, this coin is composed of copper and nickel. Its core is primarily copper, making it more durable for circulation. Diameter. The coin has a diameter of 24.26 millimeters. Edge. It features a reeded edge with 119 tiny grooves, which is typical of U.S. quarters to prevent counterfeiting. Now, let's explore the value of the 1985 Liberty Quarter Dollar. In circulated condition, it is typically worth its face value, 25 cents. However, the value can increase for coins in uncirculated or mint state condition. If your 1985 quarter is in pristine condition, it could fetch anywhere between $1 and $5 from collectors. Quarters with errors, such as misstrikes, can have significantly higher values depending on the rarity and demand for the error. The 1985 Liberty Quarter Dollar may seem like an everyday coin, but it holds historical significance, reflecting a design that spans decades of USA history. While it doesn't boast high value in most cases, collectors still appreciate its role in the long-running Washington Quarter series. Keep an eye out for uncirculated versions or error coins that can hold more value.
Fourth,
The 1937 Liberty Quarter Dollar, also known as the Washington Quarter, is a beautiful and historical coin minted by the United States. The quarter was first introduced in 1932 to honor the 200th anniversary of George Washington's birth, and it's still in circulation today. However, coins from 1937 hold special value for collectors due to their historical significance and silver content. The obverse of the coin features a portrait of George Washington, the first president of the United States. The design was created by John Flanagan, a renowned sculptor, and it shows Washington facing left, with the word Liberty inscribed above his head and the year, 1937, at the bottom. The motto, "In God We Trust," is also prominently displayed to the left of Washington. On the reverse side of the coin, you'll find an image of the American eagle with its wings outstretched, clutching arrows in its talons. Above the eagle are the words, United States of America, and E pluribus unum, meaning out of many one. Below the eagle is the denomination quarter dollar. The 1937 Liberty Quarter Dollar weighs 6.25 grams and has a composition of 90% silver and 10% copper. This high silver content gives the coin its intrinsic value, making it more than just a piece of currency but also a valuable asset for collectors and investors. As for its value, the 1937 Liberty Quarter Dollar can range anywhere from $7 to $30 or more, depending on its condition and mint mark. Uncirculated coins or those in near-mint condition are much more valuable, fetching prices well over $100. If your quarter has a D mint mark from the Denver Mint or an S mint mark from the San Francisco Mint, it could be worth even more to collectors. The 1937 Washington Quarter was minted in 3 locations: Philadelphia, no mint mark; Denver, marked with a D; and San Francisco, marked with an S. These mint marks can be found on the reverse side of the coin, just below the eagle. Coins from the San Francisco Mint tend to be rarer, which can increase their value. 1937 was a year during the Great Depression, a time of economic struggle in the United States. Despite this, the quarter continued to be an essential part of daily transactions. Its silver content also made it a trusted form of currency, unlike today's quarters, which are made from copper and nickel. The 1937 Liberty Quarter Dollar is more than just a coin. It's a piece of American history. Its weight, silver content, and historical design make it a prized item for both collectors and investors. If you're lucky enough to have one of these coins, make sure to keep it in a good condition to preserve its value.
5.
Today's video, we're diving into the 1984 Liberty Quarter Dollar from the United States of America. The 1984 Quarter Dollar is a part of the long-running Washington Quarter series, which began in 1932. This series was introduced to commemorate the 200th birthday of George Washington, the first president of the United States. The obverse side of this quarter features the iconic portrait of Washington, designed by John Flanagan, which has been the face of the quarter for many decades. On the obverse side, we see the familiar image of George Washington, facing left. The words, Liberty, are inscribed above his head, with the motto, In God We Trust, to his right. Below the bust, we find the mint year, 1984. Turning the coin over, the reverse side displays the majestic bald eagle, the national bird of the United States. The eagle is clutching arrows in its talons, symbolizing strength and defense, while olive branches signify peace. Above the eagle's head is the inscription, United States of America, and just below, the denomination, quarter dollar. The 1984 quarter dollar has a weight of 5.67 grams and a diameter of 24.3 millimeters. It's made from a copper-nickel clad composition, which is 91.67% copper and 8.33% nickel. This composition has been standard for quarters since 1965, after the U.S. moved away from silver in its coinage. As for its value, the 1984 quarter is still widely circulated and used in everyday transactions. In most cases, this coin is worth its face value of 25 cents. However, if you have a quarter in excellent, uncirculated condition or with a rare minting error, it can be worth more to collectors, ranging from $1 to $5 or even higher in exceptional conditions. Always keep an eye out for special mint markings or errors. The 1984 Liberty quarter dollar is a staple of American coinage and holds a place in the pocket of many collectors. Whether you find one in your change or have it tucked away, it's a small piece of history that continues to serve its purpose to this day.
6.
Today, we'll be exploring the 1990 Liberty quarter dollar from the United States. This coin carries not only historical significance but also some interesting details that every collector should know. So, let's dive in. The 1990 Liberty quarter dollar, commonly known as the Washington quarter, features the iconic bust of George Washington, the first president of the United States, on the obverse side. Designed by John Flanagan, this design has been a staple since 1932, commemorating the 200th anniversary of Washington's birth. The reverse side of the coin showcases an eagle with its wings spread, perched on a bundle of arrows with 2 olive branches beneath, symbolizing peace and strength. Around the eagle, you'll see the words, United States of America, at the top, E pluribus unum, below, and quarter dollar at the bottom. The 1990 quarter weighs exactly 5.67 grams and is made up of a copper-nickel clad composition. This means the coin has a core of pure copper sandwiched between 2 layers of nickel. The diameter is 24.26 millimeters, which has been standard for all Washington quarters since 1965. When it comes to value, the 1990 Liberty quarter is often found in circulation, making its base value 25 cents. However, collectors are on the lookout for coins in mint condition. If you have an uncirculated or high-grade specimen, particularly those graded MS-65 and above, it could fetch anywhere between $10 and $20. Proof versions, minted in San Francisco, can be worth even more, depending on their condition. So, while the 1990 Liberty quarter may not be the rarest coin, it's a significant piece of U.S. history that's still used in everyday transactions. If you're lucky enough to find one in mint condition, you might just have a valuable collector's item on your hands.